Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with NXT, broadcast live last night on the CW from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. In the main event, Ridge Holland pinned Andre Chase to earn a shot at Trick Williams' NXT title at Deadline. Also, per a stipulation of the match, Chase must now disband Chase U.
But the sad realization is setting in that Chase University that we have come to love and know is over.
NXT North American champion Tony D'Angelo successfully defended the title against Brooks Jensen. After the match, Jensen attacked D'Angelo's injured knee. In Iron Survivor qualifying matches, Nathan Frazier defeated Eddie Thorpe, Stephanie Vaquer defeated Jada Parker, and Zarya defeated Ren Sinclair. During an in-ring promo segment, Fallon Henley issued an open challenge for next week for her women's North American title, leading to a brawl among interested challengers, including Lash Legend and Nikita Lyons, as well as Tatum Paxley, who laid out Henley to end the segment.
Booker. Tatum Paxley strikes. Maybe Fallon Henley is regretting her decision to issue that open challenge.
In other results, Ashante the Adonis and Carmen Petrovich beat Dion Lennox and Brynlee Reese. In ratings news, AEW Collision drew its biggest audience in months with 356,000 tuning into TNT on Saturday night, according to WrestleNomics. That's also up from the previous week's viewership of 332,000. The rating in the 18 to 49-year-old demographic was a .11, also up slightly from the previous week's rating of .10. Turning to Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling kicked off the 45th annual World Tag League tournament yesterday in Ashikaga with a series of Block A matches. Opening matches were won by Ryohei Oiwa and Zack Sabre Jr., Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi, Shingo Takagi and Yota Tsuji, and Callum Newman and Jeff Cobb. The second night of the tournament is scheduled for tomorrow, with the finals to take place on December 8th. The New Japan World Tag League tournament began in 1980 as the MSG Tag League and was also later known as the Japan Cup Tag League, Super Grade Tag League, and G1 Tag League, before being renamed the World Tag League in 2012. And finally, in news from outside the ring, Linda McMahon, wife of Vince McMahon and former president of WWE, has been tapped by President-elect Donald Trump to be his Secretary of Education, in news first broken by CNN and then confirmed by Trump. McMahon's nomination must be approved by Congress. The nomination comes after it was reported that she was first floated as a possible nominee for Secretary of Commerce. She previously served as the head of the Small Business Association during Trump's first presidential term, and later was chair of the America First Action Super PAC. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.